So, hello. You are undertaking it to portray Sherlock Holmes, the famous consulting detective of 221B Baker Street, London. During this case, you must demonstrate that you are in fact Sherlock Holmes. Observe well the items around you and don't hesitate to click on them. Don't forget to interrogate anybody who may have good information. Assure yourself that you aren't caught short by your adversary, Arsène Lupin. Oh yeah, speaking of which, so the name of the game is Sherlock Holmes Nemisis, but when you open the game it says Sherlock Holmes Arsène Lupin. It's got two different names.
Versus Arsène Lupin.
Regardless. The point is that it has two different names, and it shows it differently, depending on where you look. He will be throwing a number of challenges at you which will demand you are subtle and methodical. Thus, in the course of your investigations, you'll have to have a pencil and paper with certain riddles will require reflection worthy of your hero. It will be challenging. Okay.
So we've gone through like 5 of these.
We've gone through several of these. At certain moments, you'll need to type a keyword in response to a question in order to continue the adventure. Your notes in order to help yourself. Do not forget to read the documents that you have gathered and glance through Sherlock's notes. They are all important. I.e., we did not put anything into the game that's not helpful.
Sure, they can say that, but I doubt it.
In order to advance you will have to have your disposition plans and maps, which will permit you to teleport by clicking on given points. England's honor is at stake. Do not disappoint your adversary. Hey, look, frames.
Frames!
Nice. Frogwares presents the new adventure of Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes vs. Arsène Lupin.
Look at the realistic bottles. Look at that!
Yes. So real.
Oh, I recognize this street.
We've had this street a couple of times. It's London, July 14th of 1895.
Have we accidentally been playing these in numerical order? In chronological order?
I think that we intended to. But then we had to skip this one because it wasn't loaded. Yes.
Our strange-looking Sherlock has returned. No more good-looking one from chapter 1.
It looks to be the beginning of a lovely day, Holmes.
Because we haven't played
There's
chapter 1
nothing
yet.
like beginning the week with a sunny Monday, with nothing more to take a ride up the Thames today.
Up the Thames?
I think not, Watson.
Listen,
Just
Holmes,
Watson
your
looks chubbier
mood
than
has
usual.
been getting progressively worse
You're just
for the
not
past
used to
2
looking like
weeks.
this anymore.
I know you, and I am certain that something is bothering you. It wouldn't be bad news from Switzerland, would it?
We would already be on a boat heading towards the continent were that the case, my dear Watson.
Very well, then what is it? Let me guess. For the past 2 weeks, the papers have talked of nothing other than this French thief, Arsène Lupin.
Arsène.
Making all of the police officers on the continent look like complete idiots. You're taking an obvious pleasure out of reading these articles.
My dear Watson.
I've put my finger on it, haven't I? I know you well. Something tells me that you will not entertain talk of this Lupin for some time. Do you recall his latest feat? Using an alias, he seduced a young Italian princess in order to rob her of a priceless set of diamond jewellery that once belonged to the Nemisis. These jewels were to be part of the lady's dowry on the occasion of her marriage to the son of a wealthy...
I don't remember which game it was, but we were messing with jewels somewhere.
Is that the beginning of something?
That
We
there
were
was
talking
no
about
other
how
way for the charming lass
necklace
to
went in
escape
the
a
fish
marriage
tank.
of convenience
Yeah.
with,
I don't remember
quote,
which game that is.
an
I don't remember.
uncultivated and uncouth boar without the least refinement. Since then, the lady
Yeah,
has
we're
been
definitely treating
confined
this
to a
like we're
convent,
listening, like
and
we're
rumour
Sherlock.
has
We're not
it that
listening
the
to
poor outraged
ramble about
joined
weird
him for the
ass
sum of
shit.
countless millions of liras for the head.
I mean, the difference
The
is
rest
that
of the
Sherlock would have
body
already
being optional.
known. So
Yeah.
The man who is responsible for their dishonour. Are you acquainted with the reputation of the Italian criminal milieu?
Watson.
Why, another letter from the zoo about those missing birds, as if we were going to be running around the whole of London chasing chickens. as I was saying, are you acquainted with
He's
the
you, he got
reputation of the
distracted.
Italian criminal milieu? This Arsene Lupin must be in hiding somewhere.
Yes,
surrounded
Arsene
by
Lupin,
bottles of champagne
jewels and
stolen
stealing things,
treasures.
and there's birds missing, and what are we gonna?
And arrogant.
Chickens and anyway.
Oh, these French. However, he didn't pursue this
Blah,
foolishness
blah,
to the point of risking stepping onto British soil.
Has the cat got your tongue, Watson? What?
I doubt it. He's been talking, like, non-stop.
You good?
Whatever is the matter with you, Watson? Pray tell.
This letter on the table. Holmes, read
Are
it.
you having a stroke?
I think he is.
Having a strunk.
Strunk.
I don't remember what that one is. Yes, reading simulator.
We already have so much limited time.
You know, you're not wrong. Oh no, grammatical or spelling errors. What? I assume you don't want to read, as per usual.
No.
Okay. So before I begin, please excuse any grammatical or spelling errors. God, I hate it when it's in two different lines. It fucks me slightly. Your language isn't my native tongue, and as I come from the continent France...
France isn't a continent.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm writing that.
France is a continent. In addition, my singular subjects of conversation, whether they be oral or written, are the most exquisite food and wine. So here, I am just going to focus on reading. You focus on comprehending what I'm saying.
I can't comprehend shit. What are you expecting me to do?
I just need to read it properly. They already told me it's gonna be bad, so. And the sublimest women? Okay. The whole world knows that you, people of Her Most Gracious Majesty, do not produce or even discern any manifestation of aesthetic intelligence and civilization that sets men apart from beasts. Thus, the opportunities to practice your language are sporadic and brief. What use is there to linger with a lackey or maid? But, look, I see... I made a really shitty mistranslation, sorry about that. I said that you, the people of Her Most Gracious blah blah blah, I should have said the people of blah 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 other than you! How can I include you in this half-ruddy-faced, half-pallid crowd reeking of brine and cheap beer?
Wow, that's an insult.
You stand apart, an icon. Having followed your exploits for some time and being interested in your unusual personality, I started to see that in you a man of intelligence, ingenuity, and singular refinement. The incredible results in your activities and the manner in which you achieve them are marked with the seal of a genius. Believe me, random person you don't know, despite the lamentable opinion that I hold for the inhabitants of your island, I have for you an admiration without limit, which reached its apogee recently. Discovered you have a French ancestor. What unlucky stars brought you to the world elsewhere than in the motherland? The motherland I call my own. That should have been your own. Perhaps the gods desired that your presence on this island bring up the intellectual average that was so low it bordered on absurd. The business that something will occur in London in the week to come, beginning on the very night of the day in which you read this letter. How are you so confident that it's going to get here exactly on that day? How exactly does he know when the post is going to get this to him? How does he know it's going to be in 1 week, but also actually the exact same day that you're reading this? The purpose of these events is to bring it to light a fraud. The arrogance and vanity of the English.
Hey look, the French-English conflict.
Enough of the haughty, boring composure that the English present us with when passions should be freely expressed. Enough of the divisive? Divisive?
It's a synonym of that.
Confidence in England's cannot get pregnant, which is displayed by all of your politicians and soldiers. The English
Impregnable means it's
you can't get pregnant.
impregnable means it's solid. It's like a wall that's not broken.
I love that this is the time that you correct me on that instead of like the 20 other times I've said that exact same thing.
I have not heard you say it, so I was looking up 221 Baker Street.
There's so many times, no, not today, I mean like in the past, there's so many times I've said impregnable, it cannot get pregnant.
I never noticed, actually.
The English fortress are supposed symbols of majesty and grandeur, of spirit, which are in fact merely the fruits of looting and plundering.
That's correct.
England has measured the world by its stingy, superior smile for far too long. Thus, I, Arsuini, Lupin, have pledged to get rid of this smile. I'll make it a frowny face. To that end, in the week to come, I pledge to steal 5 of the most representation symbols of the alleged English grandeur here in London. Once these auspicious achievements have been accomplished, I will exhibit the trophies for the world to see, and I will reveal the smallest of the nation incapable of preserving its pride. England will become the laughingstock of all the nations, from the largest to the smallest. People of the Congo will be laughing hysterically. And will have to swallow its pride and lower its head for millennia to come.
Oh my god. Sir.
Imagine these self-righteous and perfidious faces, who ordinarily parade the fact that they are one of Her Majesty's people, will henceforth hide their origins. Being English will no longer be grounds for pride, but rather shame.
I'm so glad that the new games have limited it to 1 page of like 15-point pause.
In brief, the debts will be paid. You are perhaps asking yourself why I have chosen to share this with you, my vision, which many who don't know me would consider mad. After all, in my former praises are well-founded. You are certainly the only person in England capable of stopping my plan. Like myself, you are truly aware of the inefficiency and the flagrant lack of imagination that plagues your police service.
Wow, your brain replaces words very interestingly.
They all work still, correct?
They did, yeah.
I don't know what I did, but okay. The reason for this letter is eminently narcissistic. Okay. No exceptional artist desires to produce their work for an uncultured public incapable of appreciating the true value of his prowess and talent. In you, I have found the ideal spectator, and I wish for you to follow the stages of my consecration, step by step. In fact, I would almost wish that you put yourself in my path, and in vain, to stop me from committing these thefts, but you are a busy man who does not like defeat.
Okay, I'm not busy enough to read this fucking book from our enemy.
If, despite everything, the adventure tempts you anyway, I shall leave you a few verses that deal with tonight's target. All across France, everybody knows that in the blind's kingdom, you only need 1 eye for the crown. You treat us like blind men, and it shows. 'Twas the one-eyed, one-armed man who brought us down. It is true that we failed, though we tried again. Our fate was nailed, his immortality, our pain. One of the Spanish capes, the detestable pride, that hangs around you like drapes. Our suffering makes you snide. An adversary came along, in order to protect victory. We were put in the wrong, and the day made history. Save the pain and defeat the worst in this game, that is the hero we did meet, carries a French name. Clearly did vengeance sound. What I have in mind for this traitor, sitting at his master's feet like a hound, is to be run aground. I must say, the choices of having things rhyme.
I'm not even hearing the rhyme at all.
Well, there's a hound and a ground, and there was victory and history, and that's about it.
Well, there's a long and round victory, history, defeat, and meet, game, and name.
They just weren't zombies.
No, they don't sound rhymey.
On my honor, or should I say on my honor, because I want to pronounce the U more, tonight, to hand, I will break free the binding so that all may understand. Our victory will take wing. So anyway, so there's that.
Holmes, this is truly unbelievable.
Hi, Jake.
Surely this cannot be taken
How you
seriously.
doing? Welcome to Reading Simulator.
This letter
This
is
is
nothing but a
gonna be
prank.
painful.
However, a small chance exists
I feel like I
that
did
both
really
the
well.
challenge
It
and the
is,
threat
but it's
are
still gonna be
real.
painful
will you
if
do?
that
First, I'm
is
going
the
to enjoy
intro
the
letter
brief
to the
answers
game.
If you would be so good, Watson, as to clarify some of the riddles in the letter. Firstly, if Arsène Lupin is actually the author, as he states, why does he sign with another name? When it comes to the poem, even if an answer seems straightforward, we must be quite certain. What would the target of tonight's theft be if this letter turns out to be accurate? We have 1 day to find the solution and to take preventative measures. You could go see Barnes,
Am I getting
the
in touch with
bookstore
my
in
inner
Glencoe
Sherlock?
Street.
Yeah.
Surely they'll have something that will be informative.
I control Dr. Watson. Can I? I guess
No.
not. What? Why is it blue then? Let me do an eyeball on this thing.
What?
It's
This
the Cthulhu
accursed
thing from last
statue
time.
is still here?
It's
I
Cthulhu.
asked Mrs. Hudson to remove
Cthulhu.
it for us.
Okay, so that's from a previous game, so we know
Yeah.
this is after that.
Correct. I don't think that I can touch any of those. Ooh, I can look at.
Holmes's table for experiments. A motley
Why
collection.
are we controlling Watson? He's like the worst at this.
I don't know. Point out that again.
It's the steel harpoon that pierced Black Peter, master of the sea
I
unicorn.
know you say
We
Terrible
haven't done that
memories.
one.
you say something very similar every single game we play. So yes. Is that actually one of the ones that we can play?
Yep, the harpoon is.
The Reichenbach
Yeah,
Falls.
look, it's that one
What
that
an
you were.
awful memory.
You were like.
What's this? Yeah, this is where we die. I'm very confused though, because isn't this supposed to be the one where he's where he finds what's his nuts? No, that was in
I mean, we've already Reichenbached it
oh yeah, we did.
because he's already died. Just go to the thumbnail that has all the question marks.
What fucking one was that? Was that Was that the Testament?
Maybe. Probably.
Testament.
I don't know.
Is it? Oh.
Hey!
Oh God!
There we
God.
go. Now
oh God!
I am not
avert
ready
your
yet,
eyes.
I
Also,
get nauseous.
this movement is very movement right now. Oh, there's a thing.
What a mess.
But this way I can actually see.
My eccentric companion keeps his shag tobacco in the toe of this
There's a
Persian slipper.
Check the door then. The front door.
I don't know why clicking makes it very upset for some reason. Oh, I can leave. Can I just...
This is...
Hey look! Our neighbor doesn't exist. There is no door here.
No, she lived downstairs.
But there was also a hallway here.
There was.
And
And
now
that
there's...
is so flat!
Well...
Yeah.
When she says she's got a D cup. The Strand! The Strand! No? Nobody? Okay.
There's nobody on this fucking street.
Okay. Can I go over to the bookstore like before?
Poor Barnes should hire a cleaning lady. Oh, what a mess.
I was not expecting to be able to go in here, because I thought that was the different game that would have had him. I guess they kept this whole interior for whatever game that was. Remember where we had to go and flirt with the flower lady?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm drawing a flower.
Gnithruth,
Oh.
Gnruth, Kudwilm, Lizrit, Sublilha.
Are you okay?
You know what that reminds me of? The poisoned guy who killed what's-his-nuts, the father of what's-her-lady.
Moriarty?
Yeah. Because he was a little insane.
Is he trying to speak Welsh but doesn't understand how Welsh works?
Why is there paper on the floor? Excuse me. Keep
Oh, ceiling.
Hey you, weird-ass man.
Good day, Barnes.
Hello, Dr. Watson. How are you? I didn't hear you enter.
Are you
Do you
busy?
stutter?
Am I disturbing
Why do you have a stutter now but not
at
when
all.
you're doing that?
I was researching, but if you came to see me, it must be that you're looking for something specific. Perhaps I can help you?
A strange affair.
A very strange affair, bewildering even, has brought me to see you. An affair involving a Spanish cape and a one-eyed, one-armed man.
Most certainly. You will find the works dealing with naval history on one of the shelves somewhere.
The fuck? What kind of book person doesn't know where his navel shit's at?
I don't know what I do with flower.
I see that. It's like, God-forsaken flowers, let me draw some more.
Thank you.
At least they're
I'll
not
go look.
related to math, that's fine.
Let's see. Naval, long bottom. This one. The Great English Seaman Book. Only 93 to 94. Nice.
Still a lot of words.
Was his last voyage. Upon his return, he astounded many with his taste for the raw meat and his sudden onslaught of salivation. Okay. He's excited about something right now. When, I quote his housekeeper, local college students or uninformed conscripts passed in front of the windows of the living room, he died 2 years later due to a fatal fall while attempting to battle the weathercock atop your face Innsborough bell tower with a sculpture that he had made out of clay and briar chips. I don't know what that is. Representing the supposed offspring.
Ah, here's my book.
I
The
right-clicked.
Great English Sailors.
My finger twitched.
It's okay.
As it happens,
fine.
I found this book, and
Summarize it.
Excuse me.
He was
my
battling a
dear
cock
Dr. Watson, but
top of a tower.
I'm in need of tranquility.
well, farewell, Barnes.
He does not seem like a very good shop owner, I'm just saying. Also, why is there 4 different sections of 1 through 5s, but they're not just next to each other. I mean, they only have so many textures, I'm sure, seeing as they've got many 1 through 5s all over the place. Well, anywho, there was a something talk somewhere. That tiny little detail of me opening the door and the little bell going off.
That's a nice little detail.
It's a nice little detail in a game that looks like this. I'm turning as slowly as I can for you, Bailey. Which one was
drawing
ours?
a tulip.
Which one was ours?
That one.
That one, 22. I was like, were we green?
I just drew this tulip and it makes me want to draw something else.
You leaving it up to my imagination makes it concerning.
It should be concerning.
Now tell me, Watson, what progress have you made? Have you found the meaning of the mysterious signature?
Uh-oh. I have to read it. Well...
As you can see, you should have been concerned.
Your intentions are good, Watson, but you've missed...
Alright, let me read this great Siemens thing, because apparently that's how I'm gonna have to... Unless maybe it's...
Siemens.
Horatio Nelson. Should I guess Horatio Nelson? He conquered the French fleet in the Battle of the Nile 40 years later. Not content, or continent, to rest on his laurels, the next year he recaptured Naples from the revolutionaries and was made the Duke of Brant the next year. In the death of this unrivaled seaman, who had already given his body in the service of his country. He had one arm amputated and one lost an eye. Oh wow, so it is that guy. Was his crowning monument. He died triumphing over the Admiral of during the Battle of Trafalgar Law. Despite being inferior in terms of numbers.
One of the good-looking men in One Piece.
But through the grace of a courage and audacity. What? Without compare. A representative tale of Nelson occurred during a former battle when the flag captain warned him that the commander was signaling retreat. Admiral Nelson, convinced they were to be victorious, held a telescope to his blind eye and said, "I really do not see the signal." Thus, he continued to battle, coming out victorious. Luckily for him, his joke... So, write down Horatio Nelson. Horatio space Nelson. Yes?
Yeah.
It's an anagram, Holmes. The letters in Arsino Latino can be used to spell out Horatio Nelson.
That's a welcome confirmation. No doubt the target for the
Why are
theft
we
is
doing the
somehow
investigating?
connected
You're
with the Battle
Sherlock
of
Holmes,
Trafalgar,
you know?
won by Admiral Lord Nelson at the expense of the French. Nelson, who lost an eye and an arm
is
in
the
battle,
most that
has a
Watson has done
statue
besides
high
be a
atop a
doctor.
column in Trafalgar Square. It says that the object
Well,
of the theft
we'll get
is sitting at his
Himbo
master's feet.
back to now
There's nothing to
because
steal
back
on
to
this
that
column. We have a
time
map
era.
of London here somewhere.
Of the
Let's see if we can
games,
find a
because
site of
he was a
interest
himbo
near
in,
Trafalgar Square.
Testament.
Himbo!
He was a himbo in Testament.
Yes.
Have you found the map of London, Watson?
Have you found the stick up your ass? This isn't a map anymore!
No, it sure isn't.
The fuck is this? Of the heaven and earth and hell and whatever the fuck.
Final battle there.
Why is it over here now? There was supposed to be a wardrobe.
There was supposed to be a wardrobe.
Give me the map of London! And the River of Thames!
There's the map of London.
Ha! I found
Why
it
was
at
it in a
last.
book?
The map of London.
I was in
So,
a whole
according
ass
to you,
book.
what is-
Hey, there we go. Do I need to talk to this bitch ass?
Yeah.
So, according to you, what is there to steal in Trafalgar Square? Show me on the map, Watson.
Show me on the map once.
Doing all the work, sir.
Don't know. You mean this map?
That map is like 2 pixels.
Show you where. Can I pull down my pants and show you it there?
Okay, open the map thingy. Easy.
Because we have bookstore and us.
Map of London.
Oh. Well, I didn't
Where
do
the
that.
fuck is Trafalgar Square?
So we got west, south, center.
Where's Trafalgar Square?
Well, you had it open on your thing before.
I did, but I don't... You see Hyde Park?
There's a British Museum.
Trafalgar? We're looking for Trafalgar, right?
There you are.
The only location visible is the National Gallery of Painting, which faces the column.
Why not? Our man wants to steal a painting, but which one? Watson, shall we head out? Let's take a tour of the National Gallery. While you find us a hansom, I'll send a message to Lestrade to have him join us.
Who's a handsome? What's a handsome?
Trafalgar Law.
Trafalgar Law, where are you?
I'm supposed to find myself a handsome. Where am I getting a handsome? Am I gonna go grab a mirror or something? Like, are you a handsome?
It's a coal bucket in which Holmes stores his cigars. Colonel Gordon.
I don't know.
And
what
I
we're
care
looking
why
for.
exactly. Hi.
Sherlock, your eyes. Your eyes, they see into my soul.
I'm gonna go find a handsome in your room. Oh my god.
To think that this statue saved Holmes's life.
Is that a handsome? That looks pretty handsome to me.
I guess.
Holmes's sidearm. Holmes's
Not
sidearm.
handsome enough. Okay.
A scandal in Bohemia.
Are you
Holmes's
handsome?
makeup and accessories.
Let's just go to the museum.
But I thought I was supposed to be getting a handsome.
We're supposed to be getting a handsome at the place.
Is it? Is that what was happening?
Oh my
You
god.
know, I'll just click this. Click on.
No, I must find a hansom.
What's a handsome?
What's a handsome? Who is a handsome? Why is a
Maybe
handsome?
the guy out front?
Why is that the doorknob? Why is that the doorknob?
I don't know.
Are you a handsome?
No.
Are you a handsome?
No.
What is a handsome?
Two-wheeled
Let's leave
horse-drawn
this young
carriage.
That what?
Accommodating 2 inside with the driver seated behind. We just need to find a carriage.
What? Hey you! I didn't know you were handsome. Hey you! You're very tall. Don't leave.
found it.
Lamb, good timing.
What?
Can you give myself and my friend Sherlock a lift?
With pleasure, Dr. Watson. The mistress, Miss Bromsby, gave me the day off. I'll wait
People
for
are
you.
very not confident in this world for some reason. They're very and stuttery for some reason.
They might be high.
It's a nice floor.
They might be high on opioids.
Good afternoon, gentlemen, and welcome to the National Gallery of Painting. As it's such a lovely day outside, you're the only visitors at the moment.
No.
And likely will be for the
You're
whole
lying
day,
to me.
As the minimum
There's some
number
right
of
there.
people for a guided tour is...
We're not here to visit the museum, young man. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Sherlock Holmes?
Sherlock
The famous
Holmes?
detective?
Indeed, I have reason to believe that a theft is being planned that will take place here, perhaps as early as today.
What is Sherlock
A
sound?
robbery?
I'm not certain, but there is a good reason to believe that is the case. We have contacted Inspector
sounding-
Lestrade at Scotland
Lestrade?
Yard, and he should be joining us
Lestrade?
momentarily. Meanwhile, rest assured that we are here in an official capacity. In the meantime, you can
He's
certainly
sounding
help us.
extra
One of
gated.
the paintings will play a part in the matter, but I don't yet know exactly which one. I do, however, have a few clues that should tell something to a specialist like yourself.
You hear it, right?
Yes, of course. As it
I'm still
happens,
caught up on
I've
him
only been
all of a
working
sudden
here
calling
for 3
Lestrade
days.
Lestrade.
Actually,
You
I'm
know,
an apprentice.
Lestrade too
and my
far.
duties here are essentially administrative.
Pray tell, would I be correct in deducing that the elder of the 2 men that we can see up there is the director of the museum?
Yes,
That was a
that
lady
is
and
Sir
a man.
Pointer. He could certainly assist you better than I, but at the moment he's terribly occupied
taking
and
notes,
will
I'm
be for
drawing.
some time.
You know.
But the location that you are proposing is unworthy of my work. All
It's
of
French.
my pieces are hymns to color and light. It's the very stars, the sun that you want to extinguish.
Please understand, dear sir, the entrance hall is reserved for temporary exhibitions. We are able to add more
That man
lighting.
is French.
In that case, you would have to provide
Of course he has a
across
French
the
mustache
whole
and
length of
beret
the
on.
ceiling, and to
Yeah,
use the
I
most
mean, we know
refined
stereotype.
possible.
These games are not,
Definitely not gas.
Politically correct?
Mirrors
not
to
stereotyping
reflect the
everything.
light, along with some
Not politically
canvases in basic colors to bring out the contrasts.
We will do all that we possibly can.
Nevertheless, I insist that a number
Anything
of
to
my
not look at the
works
screen.
must be on the
I mean, you can
main
now, we're not
floor
moving right now.
next to the large
Oh, look, it's
pieces.
pretty.
But our rooms are already full, and, as you know, each has its specific subject. Too much modernism?
How can there be too much modernism? Modernism doesn't exist. Only art exists. Art is
Modernism does not
art
exist.
There's a
is
peony
cosmic.
Well, sir, perhaps we should continue this conversation in
Look at
my
how
office.
tiny we are down there.
Then you must certainly have a ledger of the works that are shown in the museum,
sounds
with a
pompously
description of
gay.
each painting.
Yes, Sir Pointer entrusted it to my care this morning so I could familiarize myself with the collection, but I lost it.
Also,
I
Jake,
know
if you're still
I
here,
make a rather
you missed
feeble
out on them
archivist,
saying
but
that France was a
while I was doing a
continent.
tour of the museum, the painting
Yes.
that Mr. Pointer is now dealing with arrived, along with cases full of canvases that he had to quickly inventory.
The case of the missing ledger. What do you make of it, Watson? Listen, Mr.
Palinur, sir.
Palinor, my friend and I will make our way through the museum in order to find the ledger. If you lost it while touring the museum and it wasn't back on the desk, then it must be in one of the galleries. Stay here and we will return to see you when we have found it, and not a word of it to the director.
Certainly, sir. With many thanks. I will continue to do my inventory and await you.
Tell me, young man, would you
Talking
happen to have a
simulator.
blueprint of the building
What
in
are we
order to
supposed to do?
facilitate the task at hand?
Ah, yes. Where did I put it? Oh, yes, here it is.
Okay.
Farewell, Palinor.
Alright, so I have received. Oh, there's also that button, so I can change the perspectives. Well, I received it, but I don't have it. I wanted to look at the blueprints, but I guess I don't need to. Okay. What was the point of me asking about it if I can't actually look at it? Let's see, left, right, straight, or one of the cubbies?
Straight.
Sure.
There's
you said they're
paintings
so
over
gay.
there.
There are, in fact.
The Supper at Emmaus, where the resurrected Jesus appears to his disciples, painted by Caravaggio, 1571 to 1610. He was a master of chiaroscuro, and the
Pixels.
Caravaggism movement was named after him.
Here's the thing here.
The Gallery of Italian Works,
I don't think we need to be in Italian
the
works.
assassination of
It's too
St.
late.
Peter Martyr, St. Catherine of Alexandria,
Door.
closed, Venus and Mars,
That chubby baby off to the right.
The Virgin of the Rocks, a study by Tiepolo. The Trojans bring the Greek horse into their city, causing
There's
their
a
own
Greek
ruin.
horse here?
Thus
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
that
beware
thing right
of
there
St.
that's
Nicholas.
like 10 pixels.
Portrait of a
This
young
is like
man
a
in red
Minecraft
by
painting right
Domenico
now.
It is.
Ghirlandaio. Canvas by Orazio Gentileschi.
So we're just taking a tour of the... Oh,
Yes, we are.
it's a big
A
one.
painting by Veronese.
Titties.
The Origin of the Milky Way, painted around 1575.
Why didn't we
and
go
bought
over
in
this in my
1890
class?
by the National Gallery.
Hi Watson.
Executed by Jacopo Robusti. St. Catherine of
She's so small and
Alexandria,
cute.
painted by
Why does she
Carlo
have good
Crivelli.
graphics?
She has really good graphics compared to everything else.
Compared to that.
Oh, that's pixels. That is gorgeous.
Look at that titty.
Titty.
The 5 feet.
I like how our faces are fucking censored over.
But then look at that.
What is gorgeous?
Why has it got so many pixels?
The Incredulity of St. Thomas,
This is a circle.
Adoration of the Kings by Botticelli, bought by the National Gallery in 1878.
Whee!
Of Italian painting by
Still in
Lorenzo
Italy.
Lotto,
That
born
baby.
around 1480, died in 1556 or 7.
That one also has
Catherine
good
of
graphics.
Alexandria by Raphael, painted around 1507.
I think we can
one
tell
of
which
the
ones they
greatest
actually
Italian
liked.
painters and architects of the High
Because
Renaissance.
they actually have graphics.
Ah, Venice, La Serenissima, the Flemish artist, peasants at archery,
Did it?
peace and war, the judgment of Paris. What a dilemma.
There was nothing to it but choose all three.
A work by David Teniers.
If you're curious about all of the words, you
A
can
work
always
by
pause
David
it and
Teniers.
go back.
A work by David Teniers.
Oh, wow.
The Barby Children by Van Dyck.
These are
Lady
Dutch
Elizabeth
painters.
Thimbleby and Viscountess
Thimbleby.
Andover by Van Dyck.
Her mouth looked weird.
I mean, her neck looks weird.
It does.
Van Dyck. Ah, the countryside.
But first,
It's
circle.
a winter scene with skaters near a castle by Willem van de Velde. A work by Jan Steen. A terrible naval battle scene
Hey.
by Ludolf Bashuizen.
Bahuzen.
View of the Vesterkerk. A canvas by Gerard Terborch. A young woman's Dutch gallery.
This looks English.
English Painters
Yeah.
Hall. Lord Heathfield of Gibraltar by Sir
Gibraltar.
Joshua Reynolds, 1723 to 1792.
I like how we both
one of
focused
the
on
greatest
that word.
portrait artists. Dr. Ralph Schomburg.
Also, I just want to point out that all of these English paintings have graphics, and all of the Dutch and Italians did not.
Thank you.
Why are you so short?
Watson, you're so tiny.
A canvas by Sir Reynolds. Colonel Tarleton, hero of the British forces during the American War of Independence.
Pardon?
How's he a hero when they failed?
Yeah.
Lamp.
Where are you off, lamb?
Queen Charlotte, painted by Sir Thomas Lawrence, an 18th
I
century
mean,
painter.
as they say, though, history is how the person says it is.
History is written by the victors.
And accordingly, this is the hero.
Lady Coburn and her three eldest sons.
Oh my god.
That's a creepy person.
Self-portrait by William Turner, born in 1775. Extraordinary English
You mean
painter.
Bootstraps Bill? Really? Okay, we need to watch Pirates of the Caribbean again, bro.
I mean, you realize how long it's been since I've seen any of those films.
Will Turner is Orlando Bloom. He's the long-haired one that.
Yeah. What?
John Constable. He managed to turn a boring part of
Mimicking
England
of
into a
Jack.
place you'd almost want to visit.
So I'm supposed to realize that was you being John Turner, being Jack.
It's Will Turner.
Doesn't matter. The man. The man, the legend. The man, the... Hi. You have 3 eyes, Watson.
A canvas by William Turner. By Gainsborough. Thomas Gainsborough. Jacques Cazot. Portrait by Jean-Baptiste Perronneau. By Nicolas Poussin. A classical French
Hey,
painter
he's
from
French.
the 17th century. By Nicolas Poussin. By Jean-Antoine
These are all
Watteau.
French names.
The
Oh, but if
Scale
you
of
wanted to
Love
steal
by
something, I was
Jean-Antoine
like, hey, it's
Watteau.
French.
French painter. The Emperor Napoleon I, or Bonaparte as we English prefer, painted by Horace Vernet.
Hey.
Hey, we found it.
Watson, come quickly.
What is it, Holmes? What have you found?
A painting by my great-uncle, Horace
Pardon?
Vernet. I'd forgotten that his work could be found here. It
You're
is certainly
French?
this ancestor to whom Lupin
Yeah,
made
remember-
reference in his letter.
were you not
Such
French?
talent, don't you
You're
think?
just like,
Oh,
I
Lupin.
was really
No,
enjoying you,
Vernet.
and then I learned that you
Oh,
have
yes,
French
Lupin.
ancestry.
Also,
Oh,
in
it's
a
so
different
sad
field.
that you ended up over there with the stupid people. But the gods must have clearly wanted you to go over there to raise their intelligence levels. Well, that's very in-depth. Oh god. Hi.
Horace Vernet, The Battle of Genappe by Horace Vernet. One of the Share by Françoise
But like, boop.
Monsieur de Norvins. A portrait.
She looks like such a man in the reflection.
That reflection looks weird.
Anyway.
I watched
Yeah.
So it's that one over there in the corner. No, that one. That one.
They all 3 look the fucking same, I'm just saying. I mean, they don't, but they're
It's the
basically...
one Watson's in front of.
This one?
Yeah. Watson's the work of art.
He's Asinine Lupin and Ho! You...
I mean, he's French. They're perfectly fine with getting jiggy with all kinds.
A canvas by Vernet.
So now what? Do I just go around and
I
click
don't know.
everything
There's
else?
this thing that I saw. I
Is it a quiz thing?
Yeah, I was glancing at the thing.
The walkthrough thing?
The walkthrough, and it said quiz.
Quiz!
The Toilet of Venus by
I'm gonna walk sideways.
a peasant.
A peasant ball.
Christ healing the paralytic. Giuseppe de Ribera.
Painters.
The Vendramin family. La Tela Real. The
You are-
Spanish
you
Painters
are correct.
Gallery.
I know my names.
The
What in the
Adoration
fuck
of
is
Inigo
Pixels?
Jesus. El Greco.
We can tell they
1541
didn't give
to
a shit about this.
1614. Spanish painter. A lovely painting by Murillo. Impressive.
Impressive!
By Giuseppe de Ribera.
I love how they're just like, oh my god, it's Christ! And they're like, oh my god, these ankles.
Well, Jesus is dead in this painting.
Oh my god, look at those ankles. Look at us.
Those ankles.
Good to know.
Hi. Okay, go back to the
This
first
canvas
painting.
by Tiziano. Giuseppe de Ribera. 1591
An apostle.
1652.
Okay. One of these landscapes.
I mean, I missed this corner.
The Triumph of Pan by Nicolas Poussin, Joseph Vernet. Horace Vernet, The Painter's Daughters Chasing a Butterfly by Thomas Gainsborough.
Don't care.
By William Turner. By Mr. and Mrs. Andrews by Gainsborough.
Those
An
ones.
unfinished painting.
One of these is the Battle of what's his nuts.
The bed. What's this nuts?
Horace Vernet, The Battle of the Hanau, which took place in
Hanau?
1813. A canvas by Vernet.
Battle of the
Battle of
Montreal?
Montmirail.
No, not that one.
France's campaign. The Battle of Genappe. by
Okay, there's a
Horace Vernet.
painting missing.
Has he already stolen it?
Because we're supposed to find one.
Alright, so it's not.
Specifically by Horace Vernier.
Let's see, I think I need to, in order to continue my search, I need to go this direction.
Oh, we're back at.
I said I didn't want to be disturbed.
Oh, I said I didn't want to be disturbed.
So, Horace Vernier.
The peony!
The peony broke this time.
The peony is fucked!
The painter who was conversing with the director has such character, to the point of taking some of it out on this poor plant.
Okay. Hey, look, it's not a peony.
It's not a peony, those are lilies on a fucking.
What in the Laura Croft?
Closed.
Closed.
It's probably the bathrooms.
So tall, so short. I feel like I'm gonna hit my head.
Closed.
Okay, maybe I just need to...
Go talk to the guy again?
Yeah, maybe. Hey you, bitch face.
Yes, Mr. Holmes?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Nope.
Farewell,
Oh,
Palinor.
yeah, I forgot I'm quote-unquote looking for his ledger as well. Is that over here?
Fragile. The museum transports china?
Art is precious, my dear Watson, but it's true that this crate is a curious size. I'd say 3 feet 3 inches on 2 sides by 6'6".
Why are you saying it so specifically? Just to sound fancy? Because...
Also, you're British, why are you
What a
measuring in
mess.
feet?
Oh, what a mess.
What a mess! What a
I'm
mess!
getting nauseous again.
I'm sorry. I forgot to turn them smoothly for you.
Go back to the English guy.
Ah! Ah!
A Sunset by Rubens, one of the greatest Baroque painters of the 17th century,
Baroque.
and Sight, Portrait of Robert van der Hoek by Gonzalo.
Worse.
Look, a white horse standing by a sleeping man by Peter Verbeek, possibly derived from a 1652 print by Paulus
You know, and they
Potter.
say that nowadays book titles are really bad.
I mean, have you seen Isekai title?
That's my point. This is literally a painting called A White Horse Standing by a Sleeping Man.
There's a dog, too.
But that's not in the title. So for all we know, that's a rock.
Hearing, canvas by Gonzales Cox. He earned his nickname Little Van Dyke through the
Little
elegance
Van
of his
Dyke.
paintings. Gonzales Cox, Portrait of a Boy Holding a Rose. Unknown artist. Portrait of a Man.
Okay, so that's the end of this one.
Oh.
I didn't do this?
What is
One.
this hallway?
No. German.
The painter's father, Albrecht
Hey, I know
Dürer.
him.
He's probably seen happier days.
You know
A
him?
Grenache.
Albert Stewart.
I'm not an art major, so I wouldn't know. You majored in art for your
Grenache's
associates,
style
I
by such
didn't.
canvas, he depicted well the total lack of fantasy.
I'm the opposite of you.
Portrait
I
of a
do
woman by
fucking
Lucas
numbers.
Cranach the Elder, 1472 to 1553. Official painter of the Saxony court.
Mr. Dürer did a fun little,
Nipples!
I do believe it was an Adam and Eve.
Nipples.
Those are very together titties, I will say.
They are.
Charity by Lucan Cranach the Elder.
Why is it called
Canvas loaned to
charity?
the museum. Stefan Lochner, a hand shutter of an altarpiece, presented in 1860.
Yes, there is.
St. Paul on Malta by Adam Elsheimer, 1578 to 1610.
So tiny.
It really is.
It's pretty. Hey, I know this painting.
The fuck is
I know
happening
who
there?
that. Yeah, I don't know.
With the skull right there. It's a giant stretched skull right there.
It sure is.
Why is there a giant stretched?
Also,
The rest of it looks fine.
that skull is kind of upsetting.
Somebody stretched and skewed it a little bit, and I'm a little
The
confused.
Ambassadors, 1533 by
There's
Hans
also like a
Holbein the
little guy
Younger.
in the
In the
background.
foreground, we can see a distorted skull, a symbol of mortality.
Huh?
Behind the green curtain, there's like a little guy.
Oh.
It's like a 2-inch little guy.
Also, he was talking about how there's a distorted skull, and that's apparently
The
part of the
Ambassadors,
painting.
1533 by Hans.
I don't know what that means. Hi, are you the next painting? Are you feeding a child?
Nibble!
The Virgin and Child by Albrecht
Hey, it's him
Dürer.
again.
Ooh. Judith in the
Ew.
Tent of Holofernes
Ew.
by Johann Liss, 1595 to 1631. What will she do with that head?
What are your plans, madam? Excuse me.
Tobias and the Archangel Raphael.
Excuse me.
A
Man.
work that just exudes the joy. I'll speak to the direct, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Well, the director, not the dude at the front.
You are correct, perhaps. Peonies?
Oh.
I said I didn't want to be.
Let's go back to the English.
I'm gonna ask him to bother him.
Yes, Mr.
God
Farewell, Palinor.
damn it. But I wanted to ask the director. Alright, let's see. Did I go through all of the stuff over on this
Yes, you did.
corner?
She commented about the weird doors.
Give me my spacebar. Okay. Can confirm, can confirm, can confirm, cannot confirm.
A beach scene with fishermen, the swearing of the oath of ratification, a coast scene, Jean van de Capelle, a river scene with a Dutch yacht by painted Rembrandt,
Rembrandt.
Rembrandt's the one buff.
self-portrait at the age of
I know, this
63
one's also
by
by
Rembrandt,
Rembrandt.
the year of his
I was a
death.
part of
The
young
painter
Rembrandts.
affirmed, I do not paint the man,
Yes, you
I
were.
paint the past.
I think that's the only reason I know that
Jacob
word.
van Roosdale, 1628.
That's kind of funny though. Oh, that's just this, but twice.
Did we check that door?
Pretty sure.
Closed, closed.
Closed. I checked everywhere.
Yeah, sure did.
Here, I'll check
German
all
gallery.
of these.
German,
Oh, it's in the blueprint map is in the
the
map
Flemish
settings, like
artists
the
are found here.
map of London was.
Oh, why? Why? So we liked not the Flemish, not the German, French,
It was
Spanish, English?
It's the French, actually.
Was it? Which
Yeah.
one? This one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh.
Because it was all the paintings done by his
Yes.
ancestor.
I
that
think that just took me here. I don't.
it
think
sure did.
did not do anything. I can see the director's office. I can also see the very strange room behind that locked room.
Apparently, there's a thing on the floor in the English gallery.
We were too busy doing this.
Yes.
There, it seems that we've found the famous ledger. It's written in shorthand, and there are hundreds of entries. Let's bring it to the archivist.
Now we can go back to the dude.
Yes.
You're taking the long way around.
Probably. Direction is it that way?
Yeah.
Well, since I was teleported, I didn't know what direction I was facing anymore, so... Hey you! Bitch McGee, who's next to a chair.
Yes, Mr. Holmes?
Farewell, Palinor.
Sec. Let me equip it.
Yes, Mr. Holmes?
There you go, you
Here's
bitch.
your ledger, my friend.
You found it! Many thanks. You won't say anything to Sir Pointer.
Whether I wanted to or
Are you
not, he
familiar
wouldn't
with
let
how
me.
the entries are written? Everything seems to be abbreviated.
I understand how to locate a thematic group and how to read a description, but I am struggling with the location codes.
It's better than nothing at the moment. We're searching for a painting that has a connection to the Battle of Trafalgar.
Depicting what exactly?
According to this poem, it could be...
The painting based on the Battle of Trafalgar depicted... It depicted...
Documents. The Battle of Trafalgar. A naval battle?
I don't think it was, though.
Are you sure? It means...
Sec, let me
see if I can give you a
close
fucking
this.
hint for that.
Let me go back over to the thingy and see what he said about it. I do believe that area was over here. No.
Really? Is that simple?
What? Oh, I am going in the right direction. Anyway.
Yeah, we don't need to look at these. We just
Oh,
need
I
to talk
see.
to them.
It's a three-parter to the continues. I thought it was just like 3 different battle scenes.
No, there are 3 different battle scenes.
Oh, it seemed like it connected so well just
They
then.
do, but no.
I guess he's just makes his horizon line in the same spot. But which one was it?
No, it's none of these
The
because
Battle
it's
of
not on
Maps by
display.
Oh. Do you have a good hint for me?
What objects are in ship battles?
Cannons?
No.
Swords?
Bigger.
Are we talking about ye olden days of Pirates of the Caribbean? Or
In
nowadays?
general.
Well, because what could be in a naval battle could vary depending on what years we're in. Or do you just mean like people? You mean seamen?
No. What is in a naval battle that isn't in any other battle?
Boats? What?
Are you sure?
Let's just do
It means
both.
nothing to me,
Oh my
Mr.
god!
Holmes.
What is the painting based on the Battle of Trafalgar depict? A boat?
Yes, Mr. Holmes?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, like, how the
It might
fuck?
refer to a boat. Its master was Admiral Nelson.
How was
and
I supposed
the
to
thief
realize you
wanted to
wanted
run
a
it
boat?
aground. Moreover, the boat would have a French name.
Wait, I have a suggestion. A very popular painting, symbolic even, the Fighting Temeraire, a Turner. In this painting, Turner is described as having mastered painting techniques, and it is one of the most beautiful English paintings of and distinguished itself by protecting Victory, the flagship on board which was...
Victory, did you say?
Yes, Admiral Nelson was on board. Temeraire received a special distinction, but I am not certain of which. The painting shows it being towed to the breaker's yard, I believe.
I feel like if I come to you, someone who knows these paintings, or at least is learning them, and I say a very important painting is looking to be stolen, potentially tonight, maybe later, I'm not sure. The things I know so far is Battle of Trafalgar, boat, Captain Nelson,
Admiral Nelson.
boat, boat. I don't even think you need to know boat,
No.
because you know the other two.
It would have also accepted ship.
But why? What about Captain Nelson, Admiral Nelson? You know, the guy on the ship. The fuck?
Oh, I'm gonna lay on you for a second. I'm gonna lay on you for a second.
Okay.
My head hurts.
That's fine. Fighting the tangerine.
Where would I find it?
I don't know. You would have to search through the English works
did.
of this century near the west section of the gallery.
We've already done.
My thanks.
I've already looked everywhere.
Count Watson,
Let's go look at the paintings again. It's more by his uncle or whatever. Whee. Oh god. There's no door
There's
there.
no door
This is the
there!
German exhibit.
Germans, how dare you! Was it even that
It's
direction?
that way.
It was that way, okay. I got confused because there was no hole there because I thought there was a hole so I could get into that room right there. Wait!
There is a hole.
Also, I love how this one's not even because they couldn't afford to put that light like 6 inches taller.
The light was there before the painting was.
Well, then move these ones down a couple inches. I can understand.
A canvas by Vernet.
Yes.
Horace Vernet, The Battle of the
But you said it was a Turner, so the Turners are in the
A
English
canvas by
section.
Vernet. The
So
Battle
in
of
the
the
red section back over there.
Excuse me, Watson.
So we're looking for a boat being taken. I guess
Here's
this
what I've been
one!
looking for.
Here's what I've been looking for. Yeah, just what I've been looking for.
The Fighting
yes.
Temeraire.
I
Splendid.
love that he's
What do you
looking at
think?
me instead of
I
the painting.
agree, it's splendid. The existence of this painting would seem to give credit to this
pixels.
whole affair.
As long as this painting remains on this wall, this letter, even if it is eloquent and provocative, is nothing more than a letter. It is possible that all of this could be a hoax with no substance whatsoever. We will know soon enough, as the theft will have to take place tonight.
We must warn the museum's director, Holmes.
You are correct, Watson. Shall we?